Do you have children, if you don't mind me asking?
I had two.
How do you feel your relationship to exercise is translated to your children? Do you feel, I guess I'm thinking about the relationship between you and your mother and
Mhm.
how exercise is different there. If you want to
Mhm.
speak a little bit about the role of exercise in your family as well.
Right, and it's not just it's just being active and doing things and not just sitting and watching TV when you get or sitting and eating at a restaurant. Both of my sons were very, very, very. They're older now. One's in his 30s and one's in his late 20s. The one in his late 20s basically defines himself as an athlete, and he has been. He played college sports. He is active. It is a part of his life. It will never not be. And he absolutely credits his parents for just valuing that. He would have done it anyway. We did not push him to do these things. He was bouncing a ball, you know, in in utero, but he loves that we're active, and we've always gone camping and done things like that, and he has actually in his older years has thanked us for teaching him how to do these things and how to enjoy things responsibly and survive outside and things like that. My older son, who's in his 30s, was also an athlete in high school. It didn't transfer to college. He leads a more sedentary lifestyle. His work is sitting at a desk. So he's not really very active, but he goes in spurts of weightlifting and things like that. And I do think he views himself as very physically capable. Now let's see what happens after being more sedentary for a few more years. So my hope is that he will get a little more, because he does view himself as physically healthy, and that takes work, you know. So, answer to your question is my children do not view me like I view my mother at all. They both think of me as a good example in that respect. Maybe not in other respects, but in that respect, a good example, and they're thankful.
Did you remain active through like your pregnancies and after giving birth as well?
Yep. I distinctly remember my first pregnancy where I was, it was like, 32 years ago, and I was taking aerobics classes at some place. And I was very little pregnant, and I was doing the aerobics, and I said, "Oh my God, I know I'm imagining it, but I feel the kid jumping up and down, and I can't do this. I can't. I can't." I said, "I know I should do something, but I can't do this." So I stopped that. So I think through my first pregnancy, I just walked and walked and walked. I was so nervous, about doing anything, So I just walked and walked and walked, and then I recovered really quickly and went right back to exercising. So much so that my husband and I had a schedule where, okay, you don't have to watch him because I can go out. And for my second pregnancy, it was such an it was like the quickest delivery on earth. And like within 2 days, I felt fine. So it was very quick. So yeah, I just went right back to exercising and doing things. And with the kids, we started doing things. So yeah, but I never took any of those, pregnancy exercise. It just didn't occur to me.